Fans, at this time, please turn your attention to the field for today's Senior Day presentation. Today, we will be honoring 5 Brevard College seniors. First, a graduate defender from Sao Paulo, Brazil, number 5, Leo Zabil. Leo is being escorted by his parents, Ronaldo and Carla. Leo will graduate from BC with his master's degree in the spring, and following graduation plans to find a job relative for his major and build a family. Leo has qualified for the honor roll during his 2 playing seasons at BC. Leo has appeared in 22 matches with 15 starts for the Tornadoes, scoring twice with an assist. As a key member of the Tornado defense, Leo has been involved with 7 career shutouts. Leo's favorite BC memory was his graduation party last year, where he could have all his family and friends together. Fans, please give it up for number 5, Leo Zabil. Next, a senior midfielder from Americana, Brazil, number 10, Cauê dos Santos. Cauê is being escorted by his brother Luis and his assistant coach, Aguilar Oliveira. Cauê will graduate from BC in the spring with a bachelor's degree in exercise science and a minor in coaching. Following graduation, Cauê plans to stay in the sports field as a strength and conditioning coach. Cauê wants to help other athletes improve their performance and reach their goals just like he has worked hard to reach his. Cauê was named to the BC Honor Roll last spring. A 4-year member of the BC men's soccer team, Cauê has appeared in 62 total matches with 42 starts, scoring 4 times with 6 assists for 14 career points. Cauê's favorite BC memory was winning the USA South Tournament in 2022 and 2023. The 2022 championship was especially special because he won it while playing with his brother Luis when he was a senior and Cauê was a freshman. Cauê also had the chance to play in 2 NCAA national tournaments and was named the USA South All-Tournament team in back-to-back seasons. Fans, please give it up for number 10, Cauê dos Santos. Next, a senior from Mexico City, Mexico, number 22, Martin Miguel Aguilar. Martin is being escorted by his father, Martin Miguel Gloria. Martin will graduate from BC in the spring, double majoring in communications and history. Following graduation, Martin plans to enjoy the 2026 World Cup in Mexico City before heading to Europe for work. Academically, Martin has qualified for the Dean's List since 2023, is in the BC Honors Program, and is in Beta Alpha Phi, the Communications Honor Society. A 4-year member of the BC men's soccer program, Martin has made 40 career appearances with 22 starts for the Tornadoes, notching a pair of assists while being involved with several defensive shutouts. Martin's favorite BC memory was winning the program's 2nd consecutive USA South Conference men's soccer championship in 2023 at NC Wesleyan. Fans, please give it up for number 22, Martin Miguel Aguilar. Next, a senior defender from Jacksonville, Florida, number 25, Hayden Domingo. Hayden is being escorted by his parents, Paul and Shelley. Hayden will graduate from BC this winter with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Following graduation, Hayden plans to return home to Florida and join the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Hayden has been heavily involved off the field at BC, serving as the treasurer of the Criminal Justice Honor Society, head of community engagement for the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and is a member of the Justice Club. Academically, Hayden is a BC Honor student, earned the Criminal Justice Leadership Award, earned the Outstanding Junior in Criminal Justice Award, won the Brevard College Behind the Scenes Award, and earned the Brevard College Perfect Storm Award and the Chuck Dunbar Team Spirit Award at the BESPYs. A 4-year member of BC men's soccer, Hayden has made 35 career appearances and 6 starts while serving as a key component on BC's defense. Hayden's favorite BC memory was representing Brevard College and BC SAC at the NCAA National Convention. Fans, please give it up for number 25, Hayden Domingo. Next, a senior forward from Jasper, Georgia, number 35, Will Finney. Will is being escorted by his parents, David and Christy. Will graduate from BC in the spring with a bachelor's degree in exercise science and a minor in data analytics. Following graduation, Will aims to work in sports analytics and sports media. While at BC, Will has earned the Dean's List honors. A 4-year member of BC men's soccer, Will has made 32 career appearances, scoring 3 goals with 2 assists. This season, Will notched his first career multi-goal performance in a win over Warren Wilson. Will's favorite BC memory was meeting an amazing group of friends who've become like family. The memories they've made and the support they've given each other have helped him grow into what he is today, and Will is so thankful for the lifelong friendships he has built here at Brevard. Fans, please give it up for number 35, Will Finney. And how about one more big round of applause for the 2025 Brevard College men's soccer senior class.
We welcome you back to Ives Lamel Family Field here on the campus of Brevard College. It's Brevard and Mary Baldwin to take the turf here in a crucial game in the USA South for Brevard, most importantly, trying to get into the USA South Conference tournament. It's going to take a little bit of legwork on the end of the Tornadoes here at the end of the season, welcoming in Mary Baldwin, who's 2-11-1 this season, 0-5 in conference play. Brevard, with a 1-3-1 record in conference play, right now holds that 6th place spot, but needs to win today and also beat or tie. We'll figure out how the tiebreakers go in the USA South, but play Pfeiffer, who's top in the league at 4-0-2, 12-0-3 overall, and that's who Brevard has next after this competition with Mary Baldwin here today. Ryan Wilkes with you here live on YouTube. Thank you for joining me here on Senior Day. You heard the introductions of the seniors, and there's 5 of them, with Leo Zabu, Coway Dos Santos, Martin Miguel Aguilar, Hayden Domingo, and Will Finney. Congratulations to those 5 on a great career here at Brevard College, and looking to pay it off today with a win. Brevard coming in after a win over Warren Wilson midweek. As we'll take a quick break and do the national anthem before we come back and kick this one off. Back here at Islamel Family Field, Ryan Wilkes with you live here on YouTube. If you're wondering why you're hearing my voice today and not our friend Mateus, who's done such a great job all season calling these men's soccer games, he is in the woods camping for a school grade. He's doing well in school and definitely emphasized that over calling the game today. So send some well wishes to Mateus in the wilderness this weekend, and we hope he comes back without a scratch as he continues to do well in school. And he was just selected to the Division III NCAA immersion program that will take place in Washington, D.C. later this year. So congratulations to Mateus. Happy for him as we get ready to roll today. Brevard in the home white uniforms with the blue numbers and letters. Mary Baldwin in the black with the white numbers on the back and the MBU crested across the chest on the front. Starters, first for Brevard, it's Manuel Tavar Hagstrom in goal. Number 3, Vitor Rosira back in the starting lineup. Number 5, Leo Zabu. Number 10, Coway Dos Santos. Number 15, Herman Garcia. Number 15, Brandon King. Number 16, Tristan Baysad. And big returner to the lineup today. He's been a little banged up. Is number 19, Roy Abootbull. That's big for the Tornadoes today. In a very important contest as number 22, Martin Miguel Aguilar in the starting lineup. Number 27, Maor Gavrilov, also returned the lineup. Number 28, Juan Chavez. And number 34, Julian Martin. He had 2 goals last game for this Tornadoes team in a 3-2 thrilling win over Warren Wilson. And for the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels, it's number 00, Preston Bentley in goal. Number 2, Chase Arrington. Number 5, Cohen Croslin. Number 13, Isaiah Williams. Number 14, Edward Headley. Number 22, Brandon Kincaid. Number 23, Sean Garner. Number 27, Connor Holland. Number 28, Ren Killian. Number 29, Chase Taylor. Number 30, Jason Arias. So we kick this one off. Mary Baldwin starts with possession on a ball down the far sideline, and it is kept in play by the Fighting Squirrels, but Brevard wins it back with Malor Gavrilov. His kick is played out of bounds by the Fighting Squirrels on the first throw of the game. Goes to Brevard on the far sideline with Gavrilov. Beautiful day here at Ives Lamel Family Field as the temperatures start to cool down. Glad to have you along with us here live on the YouTube. Again, every game is streamed free for your enjoyment as Brevard earns another throw-in down the far sideline. Again, Mary Baldwin coming into this one winless in conference play, but looking to change that, and it'd make things very complicated for Brevard in the USA South. Almost makes the next game against Pfeiffer a must-win. Also, you'd like to win that game and make things a little bit more comfortable with Southern Virginia already dropping a game to Pfeiffer, and the Knights have Mary Baldwin left on their schedule. We'll see how things play out here at the end of the season, but for today, the focus is on the Fighting Squirrels as Brandon King has possession near midfield, turn upfield by Tristan Baysad. He looks back towards the middle, makes a move, and still has it on the far side. Chip into the top of the box, and it's cleared away by the Fighting Squirrels all the way back to midfield for Vitor Razira. So I believe that was Roya Bootbull on the far side with the ball as pressure applied by the Tornadoes and Juan Chavez. It's all the way back for Brandon Kincaid near the Squirrels' goal. It's cleared away by the keeper, Preston Bentley. And Zabu wins a header all the way down to Chavez, but it's bounced around and to the feet of Martin Miguel Aguilar. Now cleared away. King got a nice touch on it all the way near the top of the box. A misstep by Connor Holland. And Brevard tries to win possession back, but can't do it as the Fighting Squirrels have it back. 43 minutes and a moving clock as the Fighting Squirrels reset in their own end. Now Baysad tries to win it back for Brevard. Mentioned the re-addition of Roya Bootbull to this lineup. Really important for the Tornadoes to get him back. He has been phenomenal this season for the Tornadoes. The leading goal scorer for Brevard. He's been a little banged up the past couple of weeks, but he's back in the starting lineup for this Brevard team. He leads with 5 goals for the Tornadoes this season. 5 goals and 10 shots on goal. So he's been efficient in his attacks this year as Mary Baldwin gets its first throw. With Jason Arias set to take it. A good throw down the near sideline, and Brevard able to win it back. Cowboy dos Santos has it for a moment before it is taken back, and now a shot on goal, saved by Manuel Tovar Hagstrom. It's kept alive by Mary Baldwin near the top of the box. That was a great shot from Ren Killian, but he's denied by Manuel Tovar Hagstrom, and Brevard's able to clear it for a moment as it goes all the way back towards midfield. Now chipped into the box, and Tovar Hagstrom is right there for it. A great opportunity for Killian and the Fighting Squirrels in the first few minutes of this one. He just kind of got loose and had a really good look at the goal. Athletic play by Manuel to deny that. As Zabu will have a throw-in right in front of the Brevard bench here with 41-23 and a moving clock in the first half. It's headed out of play by the Fighting Squirrels. Zabu will do it again now across midfield for the Tornadoes. Leo, one of 5 seniors for this Tornado team, as Baysad shakes loose down the near side, but just for a moment, as he's trying to win it back on the left side of the box, he plays it to Martin. Martin tried to get it to the top of the box. It looked like it went out off the Fighting Squirrels, and it did. It'll be a corner for Brevard. As Bayside fought to win that back, got it to Martin. He was looking to the top. I believe Roya Bootbull was standing there, but it was denied. But it sets up a corner for Juan Chavez in his return to the lineup today. Chavez trying to make this opportunity pay off for Brevard early in this one. Chavez chips it, looking for dos Santos. He slips up. It may be an opportunity for a counter right here as Martin gets in the way, but it's played down the middle of the field. A chance here for Mary Baldwin near the top of the box, and a lot of contact. Mary Baldwin asking for it, no call. As the Tornadoes win it back, Isaiah Williams looked like he was interfered with, but the Fighting Squirrels don't get the whistle. Now here come the Tornadoes. Baysad down the far sideline. He'll slow it up and try and change the pace here with Chavez on the far sideline, looking for a boot pull down the far side, and it's kicked out of play by Brandon Kincaid, and now whistles blow. And a yellow card shown to number 5, Cohen Crosland. So that went from a great opportunity for Mary Baldwin down inside the box where Williams was tripped up. No call there, and Crosland continues to talk down the field. He's shown a yellow card. Clock is stopped at 39:52. It looked like the card was shown to Cohen Crosland. Maybe it was shown to Williams. It did seem like Williams was a little bit displeased with the lack of call inside the box. So we'll get clarification on that here in a moment, who that yellow was on, as Brevard's throw-in gets intercepted by Mary Baldwin, now booted all the way down the far sideline and out of play. As Brevard will get the throw. All the way back to Manuel. He'll reset the offense here for the Tornadoes. He boots it towards Leo Zabu, who gets a nice touch to keep it in play. Zabu goes to Dos Santos. Santos looking for an option, plays it towards Roy Aboutboul. A good ball, but it's interfered with by Mary Baldwin, now trying to race after it and avoid a corner. And the Fighting Squirrels can't do so. Another corner kick for Brevard, the second in a short period of time for the Tornadoes. We'll see if Brevard can pay this one off. On the near side here, Chavez to take it again. 38:45 and a moving clock here in the first half. Brevard looking to open the scoring here against Mary Baldwin and tally the first shot on goal for the Tornadoes as a head's put on it, bounced around, and it goes out of play. I believe Brandon King was the last to get a touch on it. Rozier had the initial touch. And two heads get on. It's the first shot for Brevard. 3 shots, 3 saves for Manuel Tavar Hagstrom to keep this game scoreless. A good opportunity, good looking opportunity there for Brevard. Just couldn't convert. The ball's booted down the far sideline, and nobody can keep it in play. It'll be a throw-in for Brevard, and Malwar Gavrilov, who moves quickly. Chavez shakes loose, plays it towards Roy Aboutboul, who looks for Julian Martin, who might have been offside, but no flag. As Dos Santos has possession on the near side, chips it far post, looking for Martin. He couldn't get there in time. He's racing after it. It'll go out of play and be a goal kick for Mary Baldwin. Some nice developing set pieces here for the Tornadoes, and you see what Brevard's looking for. And a nice ball from Dos Santos, a good run from Martin. Just couldn't connect there, and it'll be a goal kick for Mary Baldwin with 37:30 and a moving clock in the first half. Beautiful afternoon here in Brevard, a busy day of Tornado athletics, both here on the campus of Brevard College and elsewhere in the USA South. We'll talk about some of that action here in just a little bit. So we just got done with a volleyball doubleheader inside the Bosch. Dos Santos has it near midfield. Flips field to Juan Chavez here. Chavez with the ball, plays it back to Dos Santos. Looks like the Tornadoes will try to flip the field again with Rozier. He'll play it back to Tavar Hagstrom. Tornadoes been patient today. They were patient earlier in the week against Warren Wilson and eventually paid off. 3 goals in that game, 2 by Julian Martin, and Will Finney got one as well, which was eventually the winning goal in Brevard's 3-2 win over Warren Wilson. As Zabu has it, looks for an option, went towards Martin Miguel Aguilar. Now Dos Santos loses possession at midfield. Another good opportunity before Rozier heads it away. For the Tornadoes, Mary Baldwin retains possession down the far sideline. Williams giving chase and keeps it in bounds with a nice touch. Tries to make a move. He's denied and goes out of play. But it'll be a Mary Baldwin throw down the far sideline. We'll check in on women's soccer, who is on the road at Southern Virginia. Pivotal game for the ladies in Buena Vista, Virginia. 2 of the top teams, actually the 2 top teams in the USA South. As this ball goes in the box for Mary Baldwin, maybe an opportunity here. And Rozier has to punt it out of play. It'll be a corner kick, the first of the game for Mary Baldwin. So no score between Brevard and Southern Virginia, but Southern Virginia has dominated the shots department. That's something we have not seen all year. Brevard has outshot opponents early and often, but 8 shots for Southern Virginia, only 1 for the Tornadoes, 5 shots on goal, and none for Brevard, but the game remains scoreless thanks to the keeper Abby Nunez pitching a clean sheet so far. Corner kick into the box in the middle, headed around, and nobody has it yet. Booted back in the box. Now a shot that just trickles towards Manuel, and he's able to scoop it up. So a couple good looks for Mary Baldwin early on. 4 shots, but 4 saves from Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. He punts it all the way down the field for Roy Abupal, who changes direction, plays it towards base side. Base side looked like he tried to cross it there to Roy. Couldn't find his foot. Again, good-looking sets here for Brevard, and you see where later in the game this could eventually become a factor, and Brevard's going to connect on one eventually. Not that time. It goes out of play, and it's a goal kick as we're just over 10 minutes into this one. No score between Brevard and Mary Baldwin. As Mary Baldwin looking for its first win in the USA South this season. 2 wins overall, 2-11-1. And 0-5 in the USA South. As Bayshad has it, plays it towards Roy Abupal. Good-looking situation here. Abupal changes direction, and he shoots in the left corner of the net for a Tornadoes goal. What a move by Roy Abupal. Talked about the importance of him returning to this lineup, and he makes a beautiful move inside the box and deposits it in the bottom corner of the left side of the net. 1-0 Brevard with 34-13 to play in this first half. Got to take a look at that. Roy saw the defender was shading to his right side. He cuts it back left and puts it in the left corner of the net. Brevard 1, Mary Baldwin 0. So we just talked about the good-looking opportunities and the runs for the Tornadoes here early in this game. And right on cue, mentioned one was eventually going to pay off. And it does in a big way right there with Roy Abupal's 6th goal of the season to lead the Tornadoes. Now Mary Baldwin with a good-looking chance here, but offside was Ren Killian. And Brevard will have a free kick deep in its own defensive third. Mentioned the busy day. Brevard College Athletics had the volleyball doubleheader against William Peace. The Pacers swept both those matches to leave with 2 wins. As right now we have another run from Roy down the far side. He tries to change lanes. Again, he's tripped up, and a whistle. Looks like maybe another booking here potentially. Actually, no booking, just a marker down for the free kick for Roy Abupal right outside the box. Can Roy do it again? Actually, it doesn't look like it's going to be him taking it. It looks like maybe Galway dos Santos, with that strong leg of his, will take it here on Senior Day. It's a back-to-back great opportunities for the Tornadoes. One converted by Roy Abupal, and another chance here for Galway dos Santos. Mary Baldwin setting up the wall. And Dos Santos will take it with Chavez also standing over the ball. Galway with a shot, and he scores in the upper 90 right side. And it's 2-0 Brevard. They did it against Warren Wilson. Had back-to-back goals in less than 2 minutes. Do it again today. The quick strike offense. Galway dos Santos on the free kick right outside the box, and he deposits it in the upper right corner of the net. 2-0 Brevard, doing exactly what they hope to do here on Senior Day. With 2 goals in a short period of time. Abupal gets on the score sheet with his 6th of the year, and Dos Santos deposits 1. And Brevard's lead is 2. Brevard keeping up the pressure here on this Mary Baldwin team, who finds itself in a hole. Turnover near midfield. Martin Miguel Aguilar takes it back. Now Chavez looking for Julian Martin. Nice touch off to Galway dos Santos. Dos Santos makes a turn. Plays it off to Martin. Martin looking across the field for Maor Gavrilov. Gavrilov hasn't. Wisely tries to reset, but an errant pass. And luckily for the Tornadoes, it goes all the way back to Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. As King regains possession, now looks for Baysad, and he was offside as the flag goes up at about the 27-yard line, and it'll be a free kick for Mary Baldwin. Really nice sequence here for Brevard to take this 2-0 lead. It was Dos Santos with the most recent goal in the 13th minute. In the 11th minute, it was Roy Abutbol with a great move to shake loose inside the box and score his 6th goal of the season. This one booted out of play by Brandon Hill. It'll be a Mary Baldwin throw-in deep in Brevard's end. Mentioned it was a 4-0 shot advantage for Mary Baldwin in the early going that has since been knotted up at 4 apiece for both sides. The quality of opportunities has been there for Mary Baldwin. 4 shots and all 4 have been saved by Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. As a whistle and a foul called on the Tornadoes at about the 22-yard line, or 24, let's say. Maybe too far for a shot, but potential for Mary Baldwin to create an opportunity inside the box here with about 30 minutes to play. Chase Arrington will take the free kick from the 29-yard line, so move back a little bit. As Arrington puts his hands up in the air, chips it into the box, looking for a head potentially. It finds a head of Brandon King. Now Martin clears, as well as Julian Martin. And Malor Gavrilov comes in to clean it up. Nice defense by the Tornadoes, but Mary Baldwin still has possession. Down the near side, Arias. Arias makes a move, chips it to the top. Goes off a couple feet, headed around, and Brandon King able to clear. Julian Martin with a touch off, looking for Coway Dos Santos, but it stays with Mary Baldwin. They reset near midfield. Now it's chipped all the way into Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Really nice job to hunker down defensively on what looked like a pretty good opportunity for this Fighting Squirrel squad. Rosier plays it off for Coway Dos Santos. Dos Santos all the way across field. Really nice ball to Tristan Baysad down the far sideline. Baysad makes a move, cuts it back inside. Now he'll pirouette out of pressure. Baysad on the far side. Looked for a potential cross, but nothing developing there. Now across into the box, and coming out of goal to scoop that one up was Preston Bentley. Roy Abutbol was crashing in, looking for goal number 2. But a heads-up play by Preston Bentley to deny that opportunity for Roy, and he will boot it away. It's across midfield for Chase Arrington. And now all the way to the top of the box, Brandon King able to spin out of pressure and get it away for the Tornadoes. Dos Santos with space here on the near side, near midfield. Dos Santos cuts it back towards the middle. And he's pressured. He gets it over to Leo Zabu, who keeps it in bounds. Zabu to Dos Santos in the middle, right back to Leo. Leo tried to chip it back to Coway, but it's out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Leo Zabu with 28:30 and a moving clock. Really nice development here for Brevard after a bit of a slow start. But the Tornadoes have ratcheted up the intensity here lately. Baysad to Julian Martin. Martin makes a move. He's pressured and doubled by 2. It's back to Baysad, who chips in the box, but it's cleared away by the Fighting Squirrels. Now Dos Santos will try to rip a shot, but it's well wide and cleared by Mary Baldwin. Now whistle is near midfield and a foul on somebody. I believe it's going to be called on Brandon King. Here recently, Mary Baldwin had some numbers early, but even when the Squirrels have a chance to counter, they just don't have the numbers to really create anything substantial, at least here in the past couple sequences. But now some players heading down the field for a free kick right near midfield. It'll be Ren Killian to take it for Mary Baldwin. Puts a hand up in the air and he plays it into the box. Manuel comes out, deflects it away. Nice job by Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Got just enough to clear that one as Julian Martin plays it to Baysad. He's pressured, but it goes to Dos Santos, who launches it down the left side of the field. Chavez with a run. He's able to touch it and keep it in play. Now Chavez racing after it down the far side. Plays it back towards the middle. Opportunity for Roy, denied. Now Martin with a shot, and it's just wide to the right. Good-looking shot from Martin. Miguel Aguilar talked a lot about him and the work that he does with us. It actually looks like Preston Bentley got a piece of that. It'll be a corner for Brevard, but Senior day for Martin. He's a guy that has spent a lot of time in this press box. He had his Spanish simulcast against Lenore Ryan a couple weeks ago, and he's always joining Mateus on the calls here. So grateful for Martin and the work he has done for us. Chavez with a corner far post. It's headed wide by Vitor Razira, and it'll be a goal kick for Mary Baldwin. Preston Bentley did just enough to get a piece of that, and a great-looking shot from Martin Miguel Aguilar, as Bentley will take the goal kick. This kick goes down the far sideline. Possession held by Mary Baldwin. Fighting Squirrels racing down the sideline. Good-looking run here. He tries to cut it back towards the middle, but met by a couple tornadoes. It was Sean Garner. And it'll be a throw-in deep in the Tornadoes' defensive third. So potential chance here for Mary Baldwin. Would have been nice to get the corner there, but it goes out right in front of the flag. And Brandon Kincaid will take the throw. Kincaid launches it into the box and headed away by Brandon King. Now the Tornadoes have possession. Chavez boots it down the field. Roy Abutbol with a touch. Has it across the midfield stripe. Tries to make a move, but he's denied. And Mary Baldwin has possession back for a moment. They'll just play it out of bounds. Did Chase Taylor. And a throw for the Tornadoes and Leo Zabu. Nice pressure applied by Abutbol even after losing possession to watch that one out of play. He has possession back. Bayside plays it off to Roy. Right back to Tristan. Tristan makes a move. Looking for a cross. He'll play it into the box, and it's headed away by the Fighting Squirrels. Now Martin has it on the far side yet again. He'll play it back to Mayor. The Tornadoes will reset. Mayor into the box looking for Martin, who heads it right to Preston Bentley. And now a Fighting Squirrel down on the turf. Was some contact inside the box away from the play. As it looks like Chase Taylor gets up and is walking on his own power, stays in the game for the moment. Mention the return of Roy Abutbol and how this helps this Tornado offense. Just creates another guy that you got to be cognizant of, and the top goal scorer on this team. So to get him back this late in the season when you really need a couple favorable results, it's pretty important as this one goes all the way back to Bentley, and he scoops it up and directs his team to try and create a run here. Trailing 2-0, 23:48 and a moving clock here in this first half. Thanks for joining us today on a wonderful day in Brevard, North Carolina. 2 senior days today. Glad we get to celebrate all those that have put so much hard work into these programs. Volleyball was senior day against William Peace. Didn't go the way of the Tornadoes, but they fought hard, and that's a young team. And glad we got to recognize those that have been with the program. And today, same with men's soccer. So Mary Baldwin has possession. Makes a turn, does Ren Killian. Killian looking for a cross. He's turned away for a moment, and Juan Chavez wins it back. Martin plays all the way back to Vitor Razira, now to Brandon King. And they'll switch field to Leo Zabu. Leo moving up the field, plays it towards the middle, giving chases Roy. Roy trying to get a foot on it, but Bentley comes out and slides to scoop it up. Mention all the Tornado athletics today, besides a big football game in Greensboro. Brevard College football will look to get back on track. I mentioned on Tornado Talk, our weekly show from 7 to 8 on Mondays. Another episode coming tomorrow. Tornadoes have been good after losses, short or small sample size. But a loss last week at LaGrange, back-to-back road losses that have been very tight to the end. One to Belhaven and one to LaGrange. But Tornadoes look to get back on track at Greensboro College here this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. Be sure to catch that as the Tornadoes trying to win it back here and do so and get the throw. 22 minutes left, just about. 22:10 and a rolling clock here in the first half of this one. The Tornadoes with 2 goals back-to-back quickly to take this 2-0 lead on a game that Mary Baldwin, in the first handful of minutes, had the upper hand in terms of quality opportunities. As we'll check in on Brevard women's soccer, talked about that and how important it is for Brevard this evening to come out with the win. His contact outside the box, it looks like a free kick for Mary Baldwin. Actually, it's going to be a corner. My apologies. I was looking down at my screen to see what the ladies were up to. No score at halftime between Brevard and Southern Virginia. I mentioned the advantage in shots for Southern Virginia. That has grown to 11-2 in favor of the Knights. 7 shots on goal to Brevard, 0. Corner kick for Mary Baldwin. It's looped to the top of the box. It's cleared away for a moment. Now a shot. And well too high off the foot of Chase Arrington. And a goal kick upcoming for Brevard. Now a sub set to check in. Will Hall will check in for the first time. Will Hall will take Roy off the field, at least for a little bit. Again, Roy was banged up. It's good to see him back, but you also want to make sure you can keep him healthy throughout this last stretch of the season. So giving Roy a break. Talking about those shots advantage that Southern Virginia has at 7 shots on goal. It's resulted in a handful of saves. For Abby Nunez, she has 6 at halftime. She's been so excellent all year for Brevard and showing just why today against one of the conference's best offenses. As the Tornadoes have possession in their own end, it's played all the way back to Manuel Tavar Hagstrom, who plays it towards the middle for Martine. Now to Leo. Leo with space. And he's met by a couple fighting squirrels near the midfield stripe. Now he tries to win it back and does. Aggressive play by Leo Zabu. Gets it towards Tristan Bayside. Some contact, but no whistle. Now to Coway dos Santos. Bayside has it near side. To the middle for Chavez. Chavez looks for room. Back to Coway. Coway's going to rip a shot, but it's wide left. See the strength of Coway dos Santos' leg. As Jaden Davis is going to check in. Ren Killian will head off the pitch. Coway dos Santos already showed it. It's hard to see with the glare on the field, but it looks like he was at about the 12-yard line, just outside the box. And what a shot that was for Coway. A goal on senior day for the senior out of Americana, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Good to see that for him. He's contributed a lot to this program in his time. Part of back-to-back USA South Conference championships. As Brevard fighting for an opportunity to play for that title again. Going to require a little work on the back end of this season. With Pfeiffer awaiting, we mentioned the situation for the sixth and final spot in the USA South. We're going to let that play out and see what happens between Brevard and Southern Virginia as a ball played to the top of the box, giving Chase's base out. It's headed away. Martin with a shot, and it's wide left. Interesting decision by Bentley to use his head to get that out. And it left the net open for Martin from long distance, who left it just wide. And the 9th shot of the contest for Brevard goes wide off the foot of Julian Martin. Almost 2/3 of the way through this first half of play. Brevard, since the early minutes, again, it was Mary Baldwin creating the opportunities early, but since then it's been all Tornadoes in terms of creating those quality opportunities down near goal. And Maor Gavrilov has a throw-in on the far side. This one headed out of play, and Gavrilov will do it again from about the same spot. Plays it in to Will Hall. Now back to Gavrilov. Mary Baldwin regains possession, trying to generate something, get some type of momentum. With a 2-0 deficit, Zabu almost won it back off the foot of Davis. But Mary Baldwin keeps it. Now Chavez with a great tackle to take it away. Here comes Martin Mogel Aguilar. He's got space, plays it off to Julian Martin. Martin's going to try his shot, left corner, and it goes wide. Julian Martin, who had 2 goals early in the week, not shy to put it near the net. Great job by Martin, who had space down the middle of the field to play it off to Julian. A little bit of an awkward angle for his shot. And it goes wide left. 10th shot of the half for Brevard. With 16:53 and a moving clock here in this first half of play. booted away by Preston Bentley. Brandon King able to win it back to Coway Dos Santos, who plays it all the way back to Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Manuel with a boot down the far side, looking for base sod, but it's kicked away as Mary Baldwin wins it back. But the Tornadoes have done a really nice job staying back defensively, not creating any advantage opportunities for Mary Baldwin in this contest. Chavez has it, plays it down the sideline for Coway, and a great tackle to play it out of bounds by Jason Arias. He was saying that one might have went off Dos Santos last, but the appeal not rewarded. It'll be a throw-in for Leo Zabu. And this Brevard offense, who has a commanding 2-0 lead, as Zabu preps the throw-in. He's got that strong throw-in we've seen all season as he puts it into the box looking for Hall, but it's cleared away. Now careening around midfield. Miguel Aguilar puts it in the air, and now he wins it back, chips it to the top. And Hall was saying he was grabbed, trying to make a run at that one, but I think it would have gotten to Bentley regardless, and it'll be Mary Baldwin with possession here as Bentley prepares to boot it away. A strong boot past midfield. And 3 subs at the scorer's table for Brevard, 2 for Mary Baldwin. We'll go through those in a moment when they check in. Mary Baldwin wins it back, plays it all the way back to Bentley as we're officially 2/3 of the way through this first half. Brevard leads 2-0 and maybe looking for another opportunity to add one more near the end of this first half. Here come the subs. It's going to be Herman Garcia, Hayden Domingo, and Will Finney for the Tornadoes. And Brandon Murphy as well as Brennan Smith checking in for Mary Baldwin. So the 2 seniors that haven't seen the field yet will check in. It's Hayden Domingo and Will Finney, the 2 seniors, as well as Herman Garcia, the talented sophomore. Will Finney had a really nice contest last time out, as Mary Baldwin gets a throw on the far sideline. Gavrilov wins it back for the Tornadoes. Looking for Hall. He has him now. Finney near the top of the box as they play it back to Garcia. Now to Chavez and to Santos. All the way back to Hayden Domingo. Now Leo Zabu on the near side. Good tackle here to try and win it back from Zabu, the talented defender. And who has the throw? Zabu's going to rip it away. He said, that's my throw. And takes it back and plays it to Coway Dos Santos. Top of the box, Will Finney makes a move. Finney looking for some space. Has it taken away momentarily before Brandon King tracks it down. Now Gavrilov racing after it. Has him on the far side. Works back towards the middle of the field. Does Maor Gavrilov. A touch off, but it's cleared away by Mary Baldwin. Brevard keeping the pressure on. It still has possession. A nice ball. Dos Santos to Chavez. Chavez looking for a cross. Now back to Martin. Martin to the top of the box. Now a shot from Chavez, and it's well too high over top of the goalpost and out of play at the premises of Ives Lamel Family Field. And now Nima Decore will check in and give Leo Zabu a breath. Nima Decore, the freshman defender out of Bamako, Mali, checks in for the first time. Dos Santos wins the header. Now Martin heads it away as well as Finney gives chase. Finney wins it, but the number's there for Mary Baldwin, and it's an awkward touch out of play. As more subs checking into the contest. We've had plenty of substitutions here in this first half. Lucas Shatima will check in as Mayor Gavrilov takes a breath. And then Jacob Stevens checks in for the Tornadoes as well. That sends Gavrilov and Chavez off the turf. And a throw in for Nima. Brevard trying to win it back. Now it does go to Herman Garcia. Garcia has it. Makes a move. Cuts it back. Now tracks back and plays it all the way back to Brandon King to reset the offense. Good move there. Didn't have the numbers. Did Herman Garcia as Brandon King goes down the far sideline. And a whistle. Looks like offside is a call. And it'll be a free kick for Mary Baldwin. Handful of subs here for Brevard. You see the depth. You see how many people Coach Aldana is confident in to get the job done on the turf. As Martine wins it back, but it goes right back to Mary Baldwin, who resets. A lot of pressure from this Brevard defense. As Martine able to take it back. Nice ball down the far sideline. It did look like an offside, and that's going to be the call. I think it was Jacob Stevens who had just a little bit too much of a step on his defender. It'll be another free kick. But you see the crispness of the passing today. That's been a big focal point here this season. Brevard has executed well. Tried some things early that didn't quite connect, but able to do so twice now. One on a free kick by Coway dos Santos. Tornadoes have it back. As Herman Garcia plays it near side for Nima Decore. Coway tries to make a turn, but Mary Baldwin able to win it back near midfield. 10.5 to play with a moving clock as Coway dos Santos got a foot on it. He was grabbed, no whistle. Now Will Hall, top of the box, looks back towards the middle for Martine. Touch off to Coway dos Santos. He's going to rip a shot. It's blocked. As it looked like dos Santos had a good angle there. Now maybe a counter for Mary Baldwin. Looking to cut this deficit in half. That's at 2 goals as it sits right now. This one headed towards the top of the box. Nima, a nice job to get a piece of that as Lucas Shatima is going to clear it out of play. I think Coway dos Santos certainly had a case there. It looked like he was grabbed around the waist. But no call, and now a sub for Mary Baldwin. Noah Doran's going to check in. And it will send Brandon Kincaid to the bench. So Duran checks in. And a throw for Mary Baldwin down the far sideline. This one headed around and cleared away again by the Tornadoes and goes right behind the flag, so it'll be a corner kick. Another sub set to come in for Brevard. Eddie Turberville will check in when the sub is granted, but right now a corner for Mary Baldwin with under 10 to play in the first half. Corner sent away over top of the crossbar, and it's headed in, but now waved off. Looks like an offside was called deep near the goal, and a tough break for Mary Baldwin. It looked like for a moment the Fighting Squirrels had cut the deficit in half, but I heard the whistle when the offside was called. Really nice cross there to the near post as Eddie Turberville checks in. Martin Moguel Aguilar heads to the bench for the first time today. As the subs continue to cycle in. Only a handful of starters remain in the contest as Garcia's pressured. Asking for a foul, not going to get it. It'll be a throw-in for Mary Baldwin. Tried to turn, but denied by the Tornado defense, and Brevard wins the throw. Now this one booted out of play, looking for Will Finney. The only starters remaining on the field, Coway dos Santos, Brandon King. There's Nima Decore, Eddie Turberville, Hayden Domingo, Lucas Shatima, Herman Garcia, Will Finney, Will Hall into the game, as well as Jacob Stevens. Only 2 starters remaining on the field. And a substitution-filled first half. Decore towards the top of the box. Hall applies the pressure, gets a head on it, but it's cleared away by Mary Baldwin for a moment. And Will Finney will escort this one out of play and have the throw. 12 shots here in the first half for Brevard, 2 of which have found the back of the net, as Herman Garcia is going to spin and try to get it into the box, and he will. Hall got a head on it, but it's cleared away. Back to Lucas Shatima. Dos Santos, a hard ball left side towards Shatima. Tries to get upfield down the far sideline and does. Jacob Stevens looking for Will Hall. Will Hall into the box, a little too much on that one, and Bentley able to scoop it up. Will Hall very active, the freshman out of Daleville, Virginia. His brother played here on the Brevard men's soccer team, and he's continuing the legacy. He's had a nice freshman year as this boot from Bentley all the way down the field, and Shatima has no option but to clear it away. Good kick from Bentley there to flip field position here and earn a Mary Baldwin throw on the clear from Shatima. Throw cleared away by Domingo. Mary Baldwin retains possession, looking for an answer here, trailing 2-0. This one into the top of the box. Deflected away. Now a header and a shot that's scooped up by Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Looks like Jaden Davis got a foot on it. But no problem for Manuel. The freshman keeper out of Brussels, Belgium. As Domingo plays it down the near side. Good ball for Will Hall. Will Hall with some space. Hall with a shot. It's deflected away by Bentley. Nice save on the shot from Will Hall. Will Finney keeps possession on the near side, but he's denied, and the ball is cleared away. Domingo wins it back near midfield, but he's pressured. Played off to Nima. Nima tries to make a move back towards the middle of the field, does, and plays it back to Hayden, who resets with Eddie Turberville. Eddie plays off to Brandon. Brandon, nice touch down the field for Lucas Shatima. Now a nice move by Jacob Stevens to shake loose. Look to the middle for Herman Garcia. But Mary Baldwin wins back possession. It's about 5 minutes to play here in this first half. Brevard leads Mary Baldwin 2-0. Nice job by Domingo to flick it over the head of the charging Jaden Davis and win it back for Brevard. Garcia with space in the middle. Plays it down the field for Will Finney. Too strong. And it'll be go out of play. Not sure. Nonetheless, Bentley will boot it away for Mary Baldwin with under 5 minutes to play here in half number one. Brevard with the ball at midfield with Herman Garcia. He makes a move and has space in the middle. Garcia plays it off to Will Hall, who flicks it to himself. It's kept alive with Brendan King at the top. King rips a shot. Bentley deflects it, and he's able to jump on it right near the line. What a save by Preston Bentley on a strong shot from Brandon King at the top of the box. Bentley, despite the 2 goals, has had a really nice half and goal. And shows why right there. He boots this one away across the midfield stripe. Nice header towards Cohen Crosland. Chase Arrington wins it back at the top of the box. Now it's flicked back towards midfield. Crosland looking for space. Looks like he was maybe going to try a shot. Lots of contact. Crosland asking for a whistle. Not going to get it. Brevard has possession back momentarily before Mary Baldwin finds the ball at midfield. Shatima able to get it out of play, and it'll be a deep throw-in for Mary Baldwin. Another sub for the Fighting Squirrels. It'll be Frander Esteban to check in. So Esteban checks in. Be a deep throw for Mary Baldwin. Now ball into the box. It's touched last by the Fighting Squirrels. It'll be a goal kick with under 3 minutes to play here in this first half. Brevard looking to sustain and perhaps build on this 2-0 lead in the first half. That came earlier in the half in the 10th and 12th minute. On a pair of goals, one from Roya Butbol and one from Coway dos Santos. Now perhaps another opportunity here. Will Finney on a nice ball has possession at the top of the box. Flicks in a shot, but another save by Bentley on the far post. Another good-looking shot there for the Tornadoes. But Bentley with the denial yet again. 15 shots here in the first half for Brevard. 5 of them on goal. 7 shots for Mary Baldwin. 5 on goal as well. Checking on women's soccer, Brevard with the 1-0 lead. Michaela Zavekin just over a minute into the second half finds it back of the net to give Brevard the lead. Again, just Brevard's 3rd shot of the game, but it was a big one Now a ball all the way down the far sideline for Will Finney here at Islamel Family Field. It goes out of play. And a goal kick upcoming for Mary Baldwin. Big implications there in that Southern Virginia Brevard game in Buena Vista, Virginia. That was a first shot on goal for Brevard, and it finds the back of the net. And sometimes it's all you need in soccer is one goal. We'll see if that lead holds up for the Tornadoes in a pivotal USA South Conference contest. As Brevard wins back possession, Herman Garcia has it near midfield. Nice touch to Nima Decore. Nima down the near side tries to make a move one-on-one. He's denied momentarily, but wins possession back. Just about a minute to play here in this first half. Brevard potentially setting up its last attack of the half. As Domingo plays to Coway dos Santos. Dos Santos plays it to Brandon King. Good patience here from Brevard. Now with Herman Garcia. Garcia off to Nima Decore. Nima back to Domingo. Domingo, nice move one-on-one to create some space. Domingo towards the top of the box has Will Finney. Will plays it off to Will Hall. Now back to Finney. Finney with space inside the box, and it's cleared away. It'll be a corner for Brevard. Really nice kind of give and go between Will Finney and Will Hall. As we head under 20 seconds left, this could be the final play of the half here with Garcia lining up the corner. Garcia chips the corner over top of the crossbar, and it trickles off the top of the net, and that will be it for the first half. Brevard leads 2-0 over Mary Baldwin with goals from Roy Abutbol and Coway dos Santos. We'll head to a break. About 15 minutes. We'll bring you back with Brevard here on Senior Day. So far, so good. 2-0 Tornadoes. We'll be back on the other side. Back at Islamel Family Field, it is 2-0 Brevard. Ryan Wilkes with you here, taking all your coverage on YouTube. Thanks for joining us today. This game just says every game is available free of charge for your enjoyment. So glad we get to do that for you all. I know, as I've said time and time again, in the world of paid subscriptions to everything else you have to pay for, we're glad we can bring this to you and not have to worry about paying $5 a month or whatever it may be. And take you through all your action. That is an option on YouTube if you don't want the ads, which I know ads can be annoying, especially in the middle of a live stream. Something exciting is happening and you cut to an ad. It can be a little bit annoying, but glad, however you're enjoying us today, that you are with us this evening as the Tornadoes controlled that first half after a good start for Mary Baldwin. A lot of opportunities in the first few minutes for the Fighting Squirrels, but Brevard in the 11th minute, Roy Abutbull got his 6th of the season on an assist from Tristan Bason. Nice move inside the box to shake loose and rip that one in the back of the net. And then in the 13th minute, Cowboy Dos Santos scored his 3rd on the penalty kick, the free kick outside the box. And that made it 2-0. Brevard possession out of the break, quickly giving it back to Mary Baldwin, who is looking to get going here in half number 2. Good defense here by Martin to take it back to Juan Chavez. Mary Baldwin applying the pressure early here in the second half as Isaiah Williams has it. Williams looking for an option, plays it back towards midfield for Ren Killian. That's Chase Taylor who plays it to the far side. Mary Baldwin looking for some space here on one of the first possessions of this first half. Mary Baldwin asking for a whistle, not going to get it. Maybe a chance for a counter for Cowboy Dos Santos and the Tornadoes. Here comes Dos Santos across the midfield stripe. Touch off to Maor Gavrilov. Maor to the top for Roy Abutbull. Makes him move. Roy shakes loose. Didn't get a good angle there for a shot. Tries to cut it back towards the middle. He plays it off for Cowboy Dos Santos, who gives it back to Maor on the near side. Maor back to Cowboy. About a minute into this second half. Play at the top of the box. Chavez gets it back and now whistles in a foul, perhaps an offside on the Tornadoes. Not sure what the call was there. Nonetheless, it'll be a free kick. And now the clock will stop. This conversation being had between the official and Sean Garner. And Preston Bentley, who had a really nice first half and goal, despite the 2 goals in the first half. He really kept the Tornadoes from advancing that lead any further. As Bentley's kick is booted past midfield. A lot of contact there on Leo Zabu, and there's going to be a whistle. And a free kick for Brevard, as good sportsmanship there from Jaden Davis to help Zabu off the turf. Tornadoes have possession here with about 43 minutes to play. We'll keep an eye on Brevard and Southern Virginia. Mentioned the Tornadoes took that lead 1-0. As ball played down the sideline here. Leo Zabu has it. Leo looking to change field to Coway. Now Mayor has it with some space. Martin tried to head it to Coway Dos Santos, and it's cleared down the near sideline. It'll be a throw-in for the Tornadoes. Maor Gavrilov. So far, so good here on Senior Day. I mentioned the seniors we recognize pregame. Leo Zabu, Coway Dos Santos, Martin Miguel Aguilar, Will Finney, and Hayden Domingo. Congratulations to those guys on a great career as Baysad plays it towards Roy. He's onside. Roy cuts it back towards the middle just like he did on the first goal. Rips a shot. It's blocked, but gets it back. He flicks it to Coway. Coway not expecting it. It goes all the way back to Juan Chavez. Juan potentially looking for a cross here. He plays it off to Maor. Maor into the box. Looks like it was deflected away, and it'll be a corner kick for the Tornadoes. Coway Dos Santos trots down to take it on the near side corner. Coway to take the corner kick. He already has a goal in this game on the free kick outside the box, and now he'll try to give his team an opportunity with the corner. He plays it into the box, hits a Fighting Squirrel first now a shot from Roy, and it's a little high. And the 17th shot of the contest for the Tornadoes goes high. It will be a goal kick for Mary Baldwin. This one headed around near midfield. Brandon King gets a hit on it as well, and Brevard wins possession back. Here comes Roy Abutbul with a host of Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels right there. He plays it back to midfield for Martine. Martine off to Mayor. Now Juan Chavez has it. Coway dos Santos tries to make a move. He's denied, but it's kicked out of bounds. It'll be a free kick or a throw-in for the Tornadoes. Chavez trying to get it back towards midfield, but Mary Baldwin able to take it away. Now quickly, Roy wins possession back. Back and forth we go around the midfield stripe here in the first couple minutes of this second half. Coway dos Santos has possession. He's pressured by Williams. Tries to work it back towards midfield. Now crosses field to Leo's debut. Really nice ball from Coway as Leo tries to cross it into the box, but he's turned away and it's scooped up by Bentley. 39-47 on a moving clock here in the second half. 2-0 Brevard leads Mary Baldwin here on Senior Day at Islamel Family Field. And if you're wondering where our friend Mateus is, he is out in the wilderness on a camping trip for his class. He's done such a great job for us. Just had the Portuguese simulcast. I hope all you Portuguese-speaking listeners enjoyed that. It's something we were really excited about doing for Mateus and for you listeners at home. Now a ball to the top of the box. Good run by, looked like, Julian Martin. That's Coach Eldana directing his team. Some really good runs at net throughout this contest. And another good-looking development right there. Came up empty, but you're seeing the concepts here for the Tornadoes. A ball bounced around near the top of the box. And Vitor Razira able to get a foot on it, but it'll go out of play. Or did he keep it in play? It looks like he kept it in bounds. As Mary Baldwin retains possession for a moment. A little bit of contact here. And a whistle blown. Looks like the Tornadoes are going to have a free kick. And Sean Garner and Julian Martin got tangled up. Coway dos Santos makes a move. Plays it all the way back to Manuel Tavar Hagstrom in goal. Vitor Razira being patient. Plays it down the far sideline. Good ball towards Tristan Besad. And now Martin plays it off to Juan Chavez. Coway dos Santos near midfield to Mayor Gavrilov. Juan Chavez pressured, and it's out of play. It'll be a throw for the Tornadoes. Throw from Mayor goes to Coway dos Santos. Flicks it over the top of his defender. And back to Mayor Gavrilov. Martin, a nice move to shake loose and plays it towards Vitor Razira. A lot of contact on Julian Martin trying to make a run there. Not going to get the call, and it goes all the way back to Preston Bentley. About 24 minutes left in the Brevard Southern Virginia game. The Tornadoes lead. About 13 minutes. My apologies. It's 1-0 Brevard. Despite the shots on goal advantage 20-7. Southern Virginia owns it. But the Tornadoes, with only 2 shots on goal, only one of them mattered. It was Michaela Zavekin in the 47th minute to put it in the back of the net for the Tornadoes and take that 1-0 lead. That remains 10 saves for Abby Nunez. For a clean sheet so far, 2-0 here at Islamel Family Field on a busy day, not only here on Brevard's campus, but elsewhere in the USA South Conference. Brevard football will kick off in just over 15 minutes in Greensboro, looking to get back on track against the Pride. Throw-in goes down the near side for Mary Baldwin. Juan Chavez has it for the Tornadoes. Plays off to Martin Miguel Aguilar, who flips field to Leo Zabu. An errant pass from Leo, but it's able to be handled by Julian Martin. Tristan Bayside gives off, tries to Juan Chavez. Retains possession on the far side. Let's see what the Tornadoes have here. It's an errant pass to Martin. Coway able to scoop it up. Far side Chavez. Now Zabu. Zabu back to the top. Martin's going to rip a shot that's blocked. Good looking shot from Martin there, but a potential counter here for Mary Baldwin. However, Brandon King able to head that away. Looking for Ren Killian. And now reset with Brandon King. King chips it down near the goal. Roy Abutbol had some space, but he's flagged for offside at about the 28-yard line. Did look like Abutbol got an early jump there, and that's the call. Tornadoes win it back with Julian Martin. Who looks for Tristan Bayside. He gets a foot on it. Now has some space near the top of the box. Tristan with a shot. And Bentley's there with his first save of the second half. Keep this a 2-0 game. Good looking shot there from Bayside. He was well defended. And able to turn away that attempt from Bayside. Brevard throwing the far side with under 35 minutes to play, just over 10 minutes through the second half. Again, stay tuned this week. We got a busy one coming up as well. We got the golf tournament on Monday, as well as Tornado Talk Monday night, 7 to 8. Tune into that. Looking forward to that as well, as I am every week, outside of last week where we took it off for fall break. Other than that, we've been going consistent with Tornado Talk, and we're glad to have your audience for those Monday night shows, as Martin double teamed, will earn the throw-in right in front of the Tornado bench with Melor Gavrilov. Tristan Bayside flicks it over his defender. Back to midfield for Coway. All the way back to Tavar Hagstrom to reset this Tornado offense that struck quickly in the first half. But outside of that little surge, the Brevard offense has been held relatively in check. Now a ball towards Julian Martin, who is able to win it to Coway dos Santos. Coway plays it off to Tristan. Tristan on the right side makes a move. Now a shot, and it's kicked around, able to clear for a moment as it goes all the way back to Coway dos Santos. He thought Martin was going to try a shot there at the top of the box. Tornadoes still have possession with Vitor Razira. Vitor shakes loose, has some space, but eventually finds the foot of Roy Abutbol. Now Tristan. Tristan makes a move at the top, and he's turned away. Mary Baldwin earning possession back. Another chance for the Tornadoes down deep in their offensive third, but comes up empty. The Tornadoes retain possession with Melor Gavrilov all the way back to Coway. Martin, far side for Juan Chavez. Juan touches off to Leo. Now back to Juan. Juan looks for a cross, plays it in, punched out by Bentley. Back to Martin. Now Chavez chips it to the top. A bicycle kick from Roy, and he just missed wide left. What an athletic shot by Roy Abutbol. You're seeing how talented he is. The junior just misses wide. The Tornadoes continue to apply the pressure. Would have been a SportsCenter top 10 worthy play right there if Roy was able to find the back of the net. Nonetheless, it'll be a goal kick for Bentley, who boots it past the midfield stripe and gets off the head of Martin last. It'll be a Mary Baldwin throw with Williams. Now play off to Davis. Davis makes a move on Melor Gavrilov. Chip in. Tavar Hagstrom able to punch it away. This goes all the way across the field to Brennan Smith. And Tavar Hagstrom able to scoop it up. Now a chance for a counter for the Tornadoes with the whole Mary Baldwin side all the way down the field. There goes Roy down the far sideline. Should be Tristan with the ball on the far side. Plays it back towards the middle, and he was looking for Cowboy dos Santos. Intercepted by Isaiah Williams. Far side with Brennan Smith. Denied by Vitor Razira. Mary Baldwin keeps possession as we approach 30 minutes to play in this one. Mary Baldwin looking to set something up here, but turned away as Martin scoops it up with the right foot for the Tornadoes. Here comes Juan Chavez. Plenty of options here. Julian Martin down the near side. Martin makes a move one-on-one. Now plays it back to Cowboy dos Santos. Safe option here. Dos Santos' safety valve for Martin. As now Roy earns it back. Top of the box. Chips it in. It's headed away. All the way back to Martin. Martin tries a shot from long distance. And it's blocked. Now Coway has it. Coway rips a long shot wide right. And Preston Bentley imploring his defense to maybe relieve some pressure. The Tornadoes have applied it throughout this game. 22 shots for the Tornadoes. Some booted past midfield off the foot of Bentley. 2-1 Chavez. Chavez to Mayor. Mayor with a heavy touch. And he's turned away by Connor Holland. Chavez at midfield. Touch off to Cowboy dos Santos. Dos Santos makes a turn. Plays it back to Razira. And now on the foot of Brandon King. Gives it back to Manuel Tavar Hagstrom in goal. Now base side near midfield. Gives out to Vitor Razira. The Tornadoes being patient here. Don't have to press much with the lead. You can't go wrong with more goals. There's a ball down the far sideline for Leo Zabu. Leo makes a turn, but he's turned away by the Mary Baldwin defense. All the way down the far side for Vitor Razira. Ren Killian applying the pressure, but he's able to get it off back to Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Now with Mayor at midfield. Plays it to Coway, who looked like he was able to get back on side, but the official didn't think so. And it's a free kick for Mary Baldwin. This one booted near the top of the box. But again, the Tornadoes have been there defensively. We've had plenty of numbers back there as Manuel and Jaden Davis collide. Both of them maybe knocked ankles there, but good thing to see them. No problem. Be all right here. As Manuel boots it towards Juan Chavez. Santos pressured by 2. He flicks it back. It's taken away. Now King able to clear across midfield. And Martin with plenty of space across the midfield stripe. Touches off to Julian Martin on the far side. Martin to the middle for base side. But good interference there by Connor Holland. Tornadoes still with possession. They're winning it back near midfield. A handful of subs set to check in for Mary Baldwin. Juan Chavez has it. Back to Leo Zabu. Leo now to the top for Martin. Martin a nice touch. Goes back to Mayor. Mayor potentially looking for a cross here. He does cross it into the far post and off the head of base side. And out of play, I think it's going to be a goal kick. Yes, it will. So 4 subs coming in for Mary Baldwin. It'll be number 30, Jason Arias. Number 18, Frander Esteban. Number 22, Brandon Kincaid. And number 2, Chase Arrington. So a handful of subs checking in for Mary Baldwin, looking to change things up here and create something late. with 26 minutes and 28 seconds and a moving clock here in this second half. Brevard with possession near midfield. Now a ball to Julian Martin. Martin with space near the box. Cuts back towards the middle. Tries a shot. Bentley with an outstretched arm makes a save. Preston Bentley has been pressured all day long, and he gets his 7th save. Really nice stuff from the keeper as whistles blow a foul on the Tornadoes and a free kick for Mary Baldwin at about the 30-yard line. Bentley with a great save to keep this a 2-0 game. Keeping an eye on that Southern Virginia Brevard game near the end. 1-0 Tornadoes, and just over 2 minutes remaining for Brevard. Would be a huge win for the Tornadoes as Arrington plays it towards Tavar Hagstrom, who comes at a goal to snare it. Good ball from Arrington. Tavar Hagstrom heads up play to come out and make that save. Now Martin far side for Chavez. Tornadoes trying to set up a bit of a counter here. Chavez to the top of the box looking for Roy, but it's headed away. And it'll be a throw-in for the Tornadoes. 2 subs checking in for Brevard. It'll be Jarek Moreno and Hayden Domingo to check in. And that'll send Julian Martin and Vitor Razira to the bench. Clock spins under 25 minutes to play. Ball launched into the box, headed around. Moreno gets ahead on it, but it's cleared by Mary Baldwin. Now near midfield, Martin able to win it back to Juan Chavez. Chavez with some space in the middle, tries a shot. He's blocked, and it careens off a couple bodies back to the foot of Preston Bentley. 24 minutes on the dot to play in the second half. Brevard, as of right now, looks like it is on its way to a senior day victory if things remain as they have throughout this game. Brevard owns a shot advantage 24-7. Out shooting Mary Baldwin in shots on goal 7-5 as well. So the efficiency for Mary Baldwin has been there. 5 out of the 7 shots have been on goal. Is now an awkward touch off of Mary Baldwin. Foot Moreno has space on the near side. Jarek Moreno makes a move, plays it to the top. Now a shot near goal, and it's turned away base side. Turned away by Bentley, who is not happy with his defense right now as he's pressured yet again, but tallies his 8th save. And that was purely one-on-one between Bentley and Bayside, and Bentley wins the battle. It's a corner for Brevard on the far side. So still an opportunity for the Tornadoes, but man, that was a good one near goal. As the Tornadoes prepare for the corner. Chipped near post and headed away. As Cowboy Dos Santos will race back to retrieve. Dos Santos tries a shot. Good-looking shot, but it goes right to Bentley. And you see the strong leg of Cowboy Dos Santos. He paid it off early in the game, but that time it's the 9th save. Back-to-back for Preston Bentley. As Moreno, a touch off to Roy. Roy trying to win it, and he can't get there. Good job by Connor Holland to turn away the speedy Roy Abutbol. Now Williams, near the box, plays it back towards the middle, but Domingo's there to interfere. Really nice job by Hayden there, as Coway has it for Brevard. Back to Brandon King. Final score from Buena Vista, Virginia. Brevard takes down Southern Virginia 1-0. Despite being outshot 27-8, as an offside called on Juan Chavez, and it will give Mary Baldwin a free kick. That's what I think makes soccer so tense and so important at times to be effective with your opportunities. Taking a look at some of these stats in the Southern Virginia Brevard game, Tornadoes outshot 27-8, 12-3 in shots on goal, 10 corners for Southern Virginia, 0 for the Tornadoes, and somehow, some way, Brevard exits Southern Virginia with a win. I mean, make that make sense. As the Tornadoes remain unbeaten in conference play, unbeaten overall. And just a magical season for Brevard College women's soccer. Here at Ives Lamel Family Field, the Tornadoes remain in front. It's Mary Baldwin moving in the wrong direction here with the Tornadoes' pressure still applied. Trying to reset things, but Brevard is not making it easy. Now a nice ball down the far sideline, but Domingo is going to win the race to it and clear it out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Mary Baldwin. Throw goes into the box, headed away by King, and it will set up a corner for Mary Baldwin, I believe, and it will. Corner on the far side for Chase Arrington as Will Hall set to enter the contest for Roy Abutbol on the next whistle. Could be after this corner as Arrington plays it into the box. It's punched away by Manuel, and he's able to get a piece of it. Now he makes contact with a Mary Baldwin player at the top of the box. Just trying to shake loose out of all that pressure near the net. But a great job by Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Now contact and a whistle. Leo Zabu takes a spill, and he'll quickly get the free kick away. Now whistle's blown. I think they're going to try to reset this. Actually, no, the free kick just went out of bounds off the foot of Zabu. It'll be a throw-in for the Fighting Squirrels. Under 20 minutes to play, Brevard remains in control. As there's contact inside the box. The Tornadoes able to win it back. Now more contact, and the Tornadoes will get the whistle this time. All still at the scorer's table, and also heading over there for Mary Baldwin is Brandon Murphy. Domingo sends a rocket away, but 4 Fighting Squirrels are there. Abutbol still applying pressure, and he tries to get in the box, but Bentley wisely scoops it up. Also checking in for Mary Baldwin when the sub is authorized will be Cohen Croslin. As Malor wins it back near midfield. Gavrilov with space in the middle. Plays it off, looking for base side. I think he was offside. Nonetheless, doesn't get to him. So no call. And play continues. This one headed off towards Ren Killian. Killian plays it towards Sean Garner. And now we'll go out of play. And a throw for Mary Baldwin. And Sean Garner on the far side. Whistle's blowing now. They will finally authorize these subs as Will Hall checks in for Roy, and Cohen Croslin along with Brandon Murphy will check in for the Fighting Squirrels. Under 18 minutes to play, 17:50 in a moving clock. With the Tornadoes in front, 2-0. And Lucas Shatima will check in as well. Mayor Gavrilov will take a breather on the next whistle. As this throw goes into the box, headed away by Hayden Domingo. Murphy now tries to get it far side. Really nice play to keep that ball in play. On the far sideline. It's Ren Killian over there with an athletic play to keep it in bounds. It's chipped to the top of the box. Coway able to clear, but it goes out of play. Now we're crossing into the box. Kicked around. King is there right in front of the keeper, Manuel Tavar Hagstrom. Now a ball towards Will Hall, and Hall is turned away at midfield. Would have been an interesting opportunity if Hall was able to get by Chase Taylor. Would have been between him and Preston Bentley in goal. As now Shatima comes in, he'll take the throw. Sub going to the score table as well. Andres Maya will check in. Shatima's throw goes down the near sideline. Besad in pursuit. And it goes out of play. It'll be a Brevard throw. Time continues to spin in this one. Mary Baldwin's had some good-looking opportunities, but they've been few and far between. With only 7 shots. Preston Bentley, as much as he's been pressured today, he's doing just about everything you could ask for out of your keeper with 9 saves. This throw goes into the box, headed around, and a shot that is blocked by Bentley out of play. And Eldana asking for a corner. King thought so as well, as it looked like Bentley did punch that one out of play. But it will be a goal kick for Bentley. That's what I thought I saw too. Nonetheless, Mary Baldwin will take the goal kick with Preston Bentley. As he plays it down the far sideline. This kick will go out of play. Mary Baldwin trying a bunch of long balls down the stretch here. Brevard has had some really nice passing sequences, both medium and short range, that have set them up well, especially the sequence between a Besad and a Butbull, which resulted in the game's opening goal. Brevard tries to win possession back and does with Martini. Rips his shot off the crossbar. And man, that was a close one for Martin Miguel Aguilar, who has been close all day long. And that time he's denied by the crossbar. You see the frustration from Martin. Tough break for him. A really nice looking shot. As he has it now here near midfield. He plays it off to Lucas Shatima. Shatima with space. Crosses it in and punched away by Bentley once again. As Chavez continues to race after, he's able to keep it in play. On the far side, Zabu will try a shot. He's blocked, and it'll be a corner for Brevard. Oh, my. Martin. Great-looking shot there. But he's turned away by the crossbar, and it'll be a corner kick for Brevard with under 15 to play in the second half. Chavez plays it into the box, headed by Hall, but wide right. And it'll be a goal kick for Bentley and Mary Baldwin. That shot came out of nowhere off the foot of Martin Miguel Aguilar, and it was very close to finding the back of the net for the third goal of the game. But unfortunately, it remains a 2-0 contest in favor of the Tornadoes. This one headed near midfield down the far sideline. It goes out of play. And it's a Mary Baldwin throw. Still a lot of time left, and Mary Baldwin, like I said, has had a fair share of opportunities. Williams tries to get into the box, but turned away. It only takes one goal to get a team going. Best example is the Southern Virginia Brevard game on the women's side. Now an opportunity for a shot, and it goes wide right. I don't think Manuel got a piece of that. I think Davis took the shot, and it's wide. It'll be a goal kick for Brevard. Good-looking shot from Davis, too. On the 8th shot of the contest for Mary Baldwin. 29 shots for Brevard, 9 of which have been on goal. 9 saves, as I mentioned, for Preston Bentley, who's faced a world's worth of pressure all day long from this Brevard offense. Besad has it. Has some space down the near side. Plays it off for Will Hall. Hall looking across. He does. Now a shot. It's deflected away once again by Bentley. Dos Santos retains possession. Turned away for a moment. Now he'll have to trek backwards for Martin. A touch off to Lucas Shatima. Lucas makes a move. Good move. Plays it to the top. Moreno tries to shake loose and does. Jarek Moreno plays it in the box, and Besad ends it. Bentley slipped up. Moreno found him, and Tristan Besad now with a goal and an assist. In this one, it's 3-0. That time, the Tornadoes broke through the wall of Preston Bentley. I think he slipped up there that allowed Moreno to play it off to Besad, and the Tornadoes add one with 12:28 to play. Three subs set to check in for Brevard. Will Finney, Roy Kadar, and Herman Garcia. will check in. 3-0 Brevard. Here comes Finney for Juan Chavez. We'll see who Garcia brings off the pitch. Looks like he will relieve Tristan Baysad. Baysad exits after his goal, the third of the game for the Tornadoes. Here comes Roy Kadar for Martin Moguel Aguilar, who's greeted by his friends and family, his teammates on the sidelines, family, or his dad at least in attendance today. Man, I wish Martin could have finished with a goal, but had some really good-looking shots, was really good defensively. Mario Ciolis also checks in for Brevard. 3-0 Tornadoes with under 15 to play, 12:25 and a moving clock here in the second half after Jarek Moreno finds Tristan Baysad for the third goal of today's action. First goal here in the second half as Garcia shoves down Chase Taylor, which will result in a Mary Baldwin free kick near midfield. Free kick goes into the box. Manuel punches it away for a moment, still alive in the box. And Mary Baldwin denied. Good help from the defense of the Tornadoes. And it looks like Mary Baldwin's going to be rewarded with a corner here. Tornadoes pretty adamant that was last touched by Mary Baldwin, but nonetheless it will result in a corner here for the Fighting Squirrels. Quickly moving, corner sent into the box. Easily headed away by Leo Zabu. Arrington retains possession for a moment, but he has to twirl backwards. Now they're going to say it was out of play, and the Tornadoes will have a throw. Business as usual for Leo Zabu defensively. As Herman Garcia has possession, plays it towards Will Finney, who gets onside. Finney makes a move, chips it towards the top. Moreno. Jarek Moreno flicks it over the top of his defender. Moreno inside the box, tries to make a move. Garcia now has it. Garcia flicks it just as Moreno did, but that time unsuccessfully, and it's cleared by Mary Baldwin out of play. Subset to check in. Edward Headley will return, and Andres Maya will head to the bench once he checks in. Clock stopped at 10:40. No sub yet. We'll wait on that. We'll check in on Brevard football. It just got underway in Greensboro, North Carolina. Here momentarily. Is Bentley able to scoop that one up and clear it away for Mary Baldwin? Lots of contact. Shatima and Cohen Crosland, and the foul will be rewarded. Free kick for Crosland at about the 32-yard line as we trickle towards 10 minutes to play. Crosland takes it and is scooped up by Manuel. Pretty picture-perfect senior day as the sun begins to set here at Ives Lamel Family Field. Kadar wins it back. Roy Kadar with space across midfield. Really nice ball to Herman Garcia. Garcia with space and a late offside called on Herman Garcia. Not sure I agree with that one, as the crowd doesn't either. Nonetheless, it'll be a free kick for Mary Baldwin, who moves quickly with under 10 minutes to play here in this second half. 6-0 Greensboro over Brevard, just over 7 minutes in to the contest. Tornadoes visiting 1-5. Greensboro Pride. Good start for the Pride on their home field. Keep an eye on that, at least for a little while longer. So we're under 9 minutes to play. Kadar in the middle. Ciolis back to Brandon King. Now Jarek Moreno on the near side. Tornadoes pretty content to only take something if it's wide open, as Shatima gives it off to Garcia. Lots of pressure here. And Shatima able to win it back. Lucas Shatima crosses into the box, but Bentley is right there to scoop it up. Talked about the shot advantage tonight. It's pretty staggering. 30 shots to 8 in favor of the Tornadoes, although a third of those have been on goal. A little more than that with the 3 goals tonight, so a little over a third of the shots, almost half, have been on goal. As Hall has on the far side. Will Hall, a little bit awkward of a touch, but it does find Roy Kadar. Roy back to Will Finney, who is shoved to the turf. And Will Finney just sprung up, almost like a slinky there. As Will Finney's another student that has done a lot of work for us here on the media side of things. Appreciative of him. The senior forward out of Jasper, Georgia. As Garcia will take the free kick at about the 21-yard line. Another opportunity for Brevard here. As Garcia flicks it in, it's punched away by Bentley, but it'll be a corner for the Tornadoes. Another good-looking shot from long range. As the Tornadoes will take the corner on the near side after these subs come in. Looks like Edward Headley will check in, as well as Eddie Turberville and Joel Giel enter for the first time for Brevard tonight. As Leo Zabu heads to the bench, as well as Jarek Moreno. Clock stopped at 7:17. Barring something crazy, the Tornadoes will end the senior day with a win. Just check the score of the Greensboro Brevard game. It said 6-0 at the time, but it's since gone back to 0-0. There it is. 7-0. Greensboro's a shot here for the Tornadoes, and it finds the back of the net. Hard to tell who that was on the far side. Was it Will Finney? I think it was. Will finds the back of the net on senior day after the cross. As we'll take a look at that, I'll get a better look at it here. As the cross sat at the foot of Will Finney, and he was able to get it past the keeper, Bentley, and it's 4-0 Brevard. Will Finney, I just mentioned his name and how helpful he's been this season. Thankful for him and happy for him here on senior day to get a goal. Again, keep Brevard's postseason hopes alive. Talked about the tiebreakers. It's important to enjoy the moment. I think this is a great moment for this Brevard team late in the season to perform like this. Back-to-back wins it would be if Brevard holds on, and it looks like it will. With under 7 minutes to play in a 4-goal lead, Mary Baldwin has yet to find the back of the net as Brevard gets a throw. And it will be a keeper sub here for the Tornadoes. As Gabriel Soderquist checks in at goal for the Tornadoes, and Manuel Tavar Hagstrom tallies 5 saves for Brevard tonight. The freshman who has been impressive all year keeps it up this evening. We'll see if Soderquist can finish off the clean sheet here this evening. Brevard tries to win it back near midfield. It stays with Headley, but now Joel Giel has it. Giel turned around at midfield. And looks like a foul here on Giel, and that's going to be the call, which will give Mary Baldwin a free kick. Free kick for the Fighting Squirrels. This one chipped to the top of the box, headed away by Brandon King. And Will Hall wins it back, looking for a potential counter here, but it's denied at midfield. For Will Finney wins it back. Finney makes a move, gets some space. Finney, a fast player here, plays it back to Herman Garcia. 5.5 to play. Is Garcia content to reset? And he crosses field. Now Joel Giel down the far side. It's one back by Seolis. Giel has it. Joel Giel, a lot of contact. Not going to get the call. Play on here late in this one. Brevard with a comfortable 4-0 lead with just about 5 minutes to play. Seolis has it for Brevard after winning it back. Plays it off to Garcia. Ciolus inside the box. Couldn't get a foot on it. Nice flick from Herman Garcia as we have a fighting squirrel down on the turf. Looks like Jason Arias a little shaken up. Sky is beautiful here in Brevard, North Carolina. Wispy clouds donning the backdrop of Ives Lamel Family Field. As Brennan Smith will check in for Arias, who's helped off the turf by his teammates. What a busy day it's been. As Brevard football looks to get back on the right track here, but good start for Greensboro. Got the ball back in a 7-0 lead over this Tornadoes team. It looks like it's still Brevard football. In Greensboro territory, we'll keep an eye on that for the next few minutes. As play resumes, so booted down the far sideline, giving Chase's Giel. And it looks like a foul is going to be called, maybe an offside as well. As we head towards 4.5 to play. One booted towards midfield. Arrington able to get it across the midfield stripe. Now maybe a good opportunity here for Mary Baldwin to get on the board before Domingo came in and turned him away. Garcia with the ball near midfield. Finney's got a ton of space down the sideline, and he plays it toward him. Will Finney tries to make a move, and it's turned away as Finney tries to keep it in bounds. It's taken back by Mary Baldwin. Finney was all alone down the near sideline, try to get him in position for a shot. But good defense there by Chase Taylor. Under 4 to play, this ball chipped into the box. Now a shot coming up is Soderquist, and he turns him away as Cohen Crosland had a really good opportunity. First save for Soderquist, and he maintains a clean sheet for now as we're under 3.5 to play. Physical play there. There's one-on-one between him and Crosland, and he wins the battle. Now this throw is going to be headed away. Still with it are the Fighting Squirrels with Brandon Murphy. Murphy tries to make a move, and Ciolus said enough of that and turns him down. But a throw deep for Mary Baldwin. Crosland got a foot on it. Now tries a shot and turned away at the goal. Good defense there. And now a ball all the way down to Will Finney. Finney giving chase. Will Hall. And then Bentley came out to boot it away out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Brevard right to Will Finney. Going back to Garcia. Now Hall in the middle. Hall with some space. Will Hall tries to turn it back to the middle. He's denied by Chase Arrington. And Garcia has the throw. Brandon King at midfield as we approach 2 to play. Herman Garcia in the middle. Back to King. Tornadoes will reset. As the clock strikes 2 minutes to play. Tornadoes lead 4-0. Shatima, good ball to Garcia, who's onside, and now he's not. The Tornadoes irate with that. The whistles for offside have been pretty late in this one as the flag sits at about the 17-yard line. That'll be a free kick for Mary Baldwin. Time winding down, Brevard. At this point, I think it's pretty safe to say we'll have a senior day victory over Mary Baldwin. This boot goes toward the top of the box. King able to clear. Connor Holland near midfield has the ball taken away by Will Finney. Finney off to Herman Garcia. This time he is onside. Garcia in the middle looking for Hall. Hall tries a shot. He's blocked. And it'll be a corner for Brevard with under a minute to play. Might be the last action we see today. 45 seconds. Brevard lining up the corner, looking to add a fifth to cap off a brilliant senior day for the Brevard men's soccer team. Ball into the box, far post, and the header goes over the top. It looked like a really good opportunity for Hayden Domingo. And now with 15 seconds, the boot goes across midfield. Ciolis gets ahead on it. With 9 seconds left, this one's just about over. And that will do it. Brevard wins 4-0 on senior day over Mary Baldwin to keep the chase for the USC South Conference tournament alive. We'll have more information on that once we get down the road here. Pfeiffer awaits in the final game of the regular season. Again, a little bit of a waiting game for 6th place in the USA South, and we'll wait and see what happens. But for now, enjoy this senior day win, as I'll give you one last update on Brevard football. The Tornadoes recover a fumble on the punt, and the ensuing play, Jeremiah Lane goes 23 yards for a touchdown. The PAT, no good. So it's 7-6 Brevard, or Greensboro, with 6:31 to play in the first quarter. After I sign off here, go ahead and hop over to that stream on Greensboro's website and see what Brevard can do to try to get back in the win column against in-state foe Greensboro. But for now, we're signing off. Brevard wins 4-0 on senior day over Mary Baldwin. We'll talk to you next time. Ryan Wilkes signing off here from Ives Lamel Family Field.